Can't hear me off because my microphone's off. How about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right, we're gonna throw this out the back window and try the next one. Can you hear me now? Woohoo! All right, folks. Happy Thursday to everyone here. Hold on one second.
Lovely, lovely. Look at how fast and nimble Jacob is. That's probably the best way to have it.
Very nice, folks. We're here. We are live. I'm going to get rid of this one so we don't show anyone's address off. But this one looks perfect. We'll talk about that in a second. It's a beautiful day in the studio. We are making some recycle mugs, finishing off the recycle tank. We are painting the ceiling and we're streaming live to you guys. It's because we're showing off what happened on Tuesday's Gathering Point show, folks. From 6 to 8 every single week we stream. This week we decided to go with a pink and purple Van Gogh production line 2-bench situation. And it was a pretty good time. And we made, normally you make 4 or 5 pieces max per show. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. So we almost doubled our traditional output because instead of working with 2 people at the bench, we had 2 benches of 2 people. So it basically was twice as much work that got done. And we were able to do a really in-depth and beautiful color pattern. So just take a gander at that beautiful, darn beautiful scenario. We signed them all. This one looks like this is the first one. So I signed them all, show 220, production number 1. Then you come down the line. This one, oh, number 2. Look at the vortexual swirlage on the bottom of this baby. Pretty tight and crispy, and these are just beautiful. Cozy hands. Really nice pour. You got the El Bumpe situation here. Super beautiful situation. And they all turned out relatively similar, as you can see. Pretty darn close in size and shape and in color pattern. That was the goal. We talked a lot about that production atmosphere and how it works on the show, and I highly suggest watching that show. It was a really cool, really unique, different one, and it turned out great. Before we even got into that, we did make a custom mug for Wendy. And look at how this guy turned out. Look at this swirl here. The pink sort of had a color reaction where it didn't want to completely melt in with this beautiful green. So it kind of has this speckled action going on here, plus the vortexes and the darker, denser spots. Really clean stamp on it, and the handle went on perfectly buttery. So did the juicy Mario hat up top for a nice grab. This is a really nice, clean, straight wall mug. Crispy, clear foot. And I mentioned to Carrie, who ordered this up for Wendy, this is not a green we normally use. This is a really cool, unique, kind of darker, lagoony green. That's a really beautiful thing. It's got some cool texture. You can see that with the edge of the handle, the way it's squished on there. And that's just a beauty classic. This is for Wendy, who's moving out to the West Coast. She's going to Los Angeles, I believe, or Las Vegas, I think it might be. But either way, the Golden Knights won the Stanley Cup, and we don't need to talk about it. But just a really beautiful piece right there, and the pink kind of ties in with the rest of these, which is pretty darn cool. A tricky thing we didn't think about when we were doing this production style, and was handled really well. Joey was queuing up the color really nice for Chris and the next part of the team. So these guys were all blowing out really smooth and really nice. When we got to the final one, I started doing the color pattern. I think I put a couple extra folds in it because this part, there were some spots that you just heat them up and you melt them, and they were just melting right through. It was really a challenge to get that going, but Matt queued this one up. He put the foot on it there. A little off center, but not bad at all. It looks pretty darn nice. That is production number 7, and this is going to be the giveaway. It was the tumbler we made at the end. Beautiful situation here. It's going to pour real nice. But overall, just a really nice show. It was a good one. We were hustling, we were sweating, and that's kind of what we're doing now. It's getting hot here in the shop. We got a lot to do. We got a lot of painting still left to go, so we're working on that. It's just a really good scenario. We got this. Michelle asked me to let you guys know all the people who have written us Google reviews. We've spoken about it a couple times. We're giving away a twisty for this month, maybe the next one, I don't know, for everyone who writes us a Google review. Turns out the lady at the Google or at the UPS store gave us the wrong postage numbers. So the last batch that we sent out, a lot of them didn't have enough postage. So be aware, and if that's the case for you, you can reach out to us and let us know what happened, and we'll make it right for you. But just a little bump in the road there, and some of them may be coming back, some of them may take a little bit longer, so stick with us as we get your twisty out to you. Other than that, it's just a good scenario. We could take a spin around and take a look at what Joey's working on for one quick second. Looks like he's got, is that just blue? Wow, that's pretty cool actually. It kind of looks like it's mixed clear, got some more textual business. And then you got Oliver gathering up a foot for the bottom. So we're really finishing off that recycle tank so we can get to work some colors in there, and everything is going smooth like butter around these parts, folks. So we're gonna get back to business. Let's see how this foot drops here. Nice gather, Oliver. A little pinch, 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 and a... I'll get the paddle. Matt's got the paddle. There we go, folks. Hope you guys all have an amazing day, and we will talk to you guys Sunday. We've got an amazing experimental show coming up, so you want to tune in for that on YouTube. And big shouts out to our members as always. Still working on that private video. We're in between editors, so stay tuned as we get you out your exclusive content for the folks that pay a premium for us to support what we do on YouTube and online. But spread the word. Here comes the punny. We will talk to you guys soon.